That was the sound of the jar of names, and we're going to get a name. Just bear with me. Oh, there's only one in there. This video is for everyone, including but not excluded to 8-Ball Reaper. Right, so let's get on with the podcast. So this is Cup of Tea in a podcast. This right here is the cup of tea. And this is the podcast. Ow, I burnt my tongue. Very, very hot. Right, just so you know, I'm standing a lot closer to my microphone today just to see how different it makes it, if it makes it good or bad. Like, I've heard somewhere you shouldn't, but then I've seen people do it, so I'm not sure. Just testing, just see what happens. Right then. So this week we say goodbye to May, because next week it's going to be the June, the one after May. That's right. Okay, so if you want to skip ahead in this podcast, you can go to this week's update, you can go to this week's topic, this week's TV time, this week's question, and this week's goals. That'll be my skip list with first comment on this video. Right then, update. So, let's go on to this, a big update this week. Let me just turn the page over. So yes, Harvest Moon Back to Nature has finished on Friday. It was a 10-minute episode or so, and it's all finished now then. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Very long, very repetitive, but it was a massive feat, massive dragon that we've conquered, and yeah, metaphor. I used a metaphor. But yeah, hopefully it's all good now. Good now? Good. Hopefully it's all done now, and we'll be back later on for a few episodes, and I'll maybe be thinking about doing the next one at a very later date, or or maybe in a different way. We'll see. But yeah, so what's going to happen now? Assassin's Creed Revelations, we're still doing that. That is going to take Game 1 slot, which is the Monday, Wednesday, and the Friday upload schedule. So that's going to happen this week. That's what's going to happen. We'll talk about that later in the topic with the names. And then we're all going to get a new game on Tuesday and Thursday, which, as we know, is going to be Fable. There is also going to be I'm doing that a lot. There's going to be pointing episodes of Assassin's Creed Revelations. That's going to be out on a Saturday. But then we're also going to have pointing episodes occasionally of Fable. So when that's the case, Fable will probably be the pointing on the Saturday, and the pointing of Assassin's Creed will be on the Sunday, because that will be how it will work. And what's going to happen this week? Got some extra episodes of Fable. I have recorded... Have I recorded? Yes, I have. I've recorded an extra episode which is going to take the pointing slot of Fable, which is going to be Saturday, because I didn't do a pointing episode this week, but next week there'll be a pointing episode of Fable. But this week there's just an extra episode of Fable because it's the holiday. Let's do it. Why not? Plus, I was having too much fun. I actually feel like the first episode of Fable was quite a strong episode. I haven't edited it yet, but it feels like it was quite a strong one. So hopefully the rest of them felt okay, but I'm always critical of myself. What else is happening? Oh yes, with the Fable, everyone wanted me to do a dark Let's Play, an evil Let's Play. However, sadly, in the video, I did say I've already decided, and I'm going to be doing a good Let's Play because I will enjoy good Let's Play more. And if I'm not enjoying something, you won't enjoy it because it will not be a good video. So that's why I've made my decision. I've put my foot down. Like I said, this is the holiday, so hopefully I've got a lot of stuff. I've got a lot of stuff to do, but hopefully we'll get some stuff done. So Monday, today, obviously you're watching this, and the Tuesday, I'm filming 2 videos. I'm filming a documentary for college, and I'm filming another, like a proper filming project on the Tuesday with my filming crew that we have. So those will be taking up 2 of those days, so I can't really do anything there. Maybe in the night, but not really in the day, so can't really get anything of the YouTube stuff done then. I can get my normal videos out, but not special videos on Cup of Adventure and stuff. I've also got a lot of paperwork to do by next week for one of my final college courses, for one of my final college course assignments, so I need to get that done as well. But when I'm not doing all of that, I'll be working on Cup of Adventure, getting them filmed and edited before hopefully E3, which we'll talk about later. But just so you know, although there is a lot to do for stuff and this week, so I might not be able to get everything done, in 2 weeks after this week, I would have finished college for the summer, so I'll have a lot of time off, and this is finishing early as well because my two teachers are going to China to do a teacher conference thing with some teachers out there, and just so you know, they're using my work as an example, so I'm quite proud of that. But yeah, so that's obviously 2 weeks of college after this week, and then I'm off, so I'll be able to focus strictly on doing this stuff, which is what I'm very happy about. Okay, so let's get on to topic, because that's everything done in the update. Let's get on to names. So I did mention this a minute ago, let's talk about it now. Today we have the podcast. It's Cup of Tea the podcast, so what you're listening to right now. Then later we've also got the first Assassin's Creed Revelations on a Monday. It's called Ishak Pasha's Gift. And then Tuesday we have Fable episode called Tale of a Hero. And remember, the first episode of OT Let's Play has something to do with the last episode as well. So remember that one. Wednesday, we've got Operation Mole. That's an Assassin's Creed Revelations. Thursday, we've got Fable, called Exam Conditions. Friday, which is actually quite cool, I've just noticed something. Friday, Assassin's Creed Revelations is called Goodnight Palaiologos. Palaiologos. Yep, you may remember him from the previous adventures. And then Saturday, we've got another Goodnight episode. It's Goodnight Wasp Queen, our first kill. And then Sunday, we have Cappadocia Pointing, which is the last proper pointing episode for Assassin's Creed Revelations. And that's it for the titles. It's good. I feel like the Tale of a Hero is quite a good episode. Not too convinced about the other two for Fable, but I do like the Tale of a Hero. And I think it's because I strictly made sure that the start was how I wanted it. So I think I might try and do that for the later games of all episodes as well. So I plan a start and make sure the start works, which I did try with one of the Assassin's Creed episodes, which I can't remember which one it was. So I'm going to try that for the future. Okay then, let's go on to TV time then. The Flash is finished. I've seen the final. It was not too bad. It was not great, but it was not too bad. The reveal of the Man in the Iron Mask in the Flash episode was kind of spoiled for me, thanks to Emergency Awesome. He posted a Twitter of it, and it was like, ugh. And it's like, thanks, mate. But it was who I suspected it was anyway. Game of Thrones. Oh no, Game of Thrones was a really sad episode about Hodor, and it's just like you don't think that name has anything to do with anything really, and then you find out that it does, and it's actually from George R. R. Martin, the thing that happened, and it's like, it's really sad. It actually really emotionally traumatised me. I've tried to message my friend at like 6 o'clock in the morning, because that's where it airs in America, in the UK. And I was just like, I didn't know what to put. There was just no words. It was just, beautiful. So The Flash is finished, but thankfully something else has started. It's called The Musketeers Against season 3, sorry. And I love The Musketeers. It's a BBC programme, and I love it. So I'm glad it's back. I haven't seen it yet. Need to get around to it. But like I said, busy week. And that's all for this week's topic. Let's go on to the community section then and go on to Mention Monday. So these are the people that commented on last week's videos. So I'm going to read them off now. So thank you very much for commenting. Let's go through, starting with the first person, who was Max Ravage, Horrier, 40k Warrior Man, Dragonlord 55511, and finally Nick Pro. So yes, thank you for all commenting, guys. It was a big help. No, big, nice. No, I don't know the word I'm looking for is it was lovely, basically. I like talking to you guys. And if decent conversations that I can remember this week, Horrier was very sad that I was not doing an Evil Let's Play. He was trying to convince me. 40k Warrior Man, I'll talk about that later actually. And just the regular stuff from everybody else, which is always nice. My regulars, as you are known as. Right, let's go on to the Q&A then. So this week's question comes from Dragonlord 55511, who says, "Hello Sir JD262, I have a question and a riddle for you. Question: where does Britain get their tea supply from nowadays?" I think it's still from the Asian countries such as India and China. Does China do it? India, and I think maybe South America as well, but I think specifically India is the main one, but I'm not too sure. And the riddle is, I have a tongue, but cannot taste. I have a soul, but cannot feel. What am I? Hint, it is the item that medieval cobblers made and sell in towns. The footwear that we usually wear today when outdoors, and you need to buy a new one every 6 months. It's shoes, because they have a soul and a tongue. And that's it. Right, let's go on to the next one, which is subscribers. Oh, I actually haven't changed the title, but we've done a lot of subscribers this week. We've got a lot of new ones. It's actually crazy how much we've got this week. I like it. I like it when it all goes up. Right, let's just wait for it to load up. So I need to do some maths quickly. Maths. That's 8. Okay, so let's just change the numbers. We're all cool. We're all good. We're good. Fine then. So subscribers this week, we were at 1,164. We've gone up 8 names to 1,172. So welcome to the new community members. We shall read their names off now. We have Ashish and Sharada Thunders, Mike Helton, I am Nuketastic, Kaylee Arrington, and Jason Hurd. So welcome to the community, everybody. If you have a favourite beverage, write it on a piece of paper, send it to me via pigeon. If you can't find a pigeon, then a simple comment will do. Right then, let's go on to question. Last week's question was, do you want me to use a bow or crossbow in Fable? The winner was bow. I used a bow. We had quite a mixed selection of responses, but I'm using a bow, but that's still open to suggestion. Max Ravage led the charge by saying he wants me to use a bow because he says it's faster, and he said, "Be Legolas, my friend. Help us find the hobbits with your elven eyes." Well, I see them. They're taking the hobbits to Isengard. God. Horiat says, I would say crossbow, so you don't overuse the bow. So yeah, it's very true. I could do that, so it stops me from using the bow, because obviously I'm going more mage and magic. Mage and sword, sorry. Which, yeah, is a very good choice, and it does actually get rid of the quiver in cutscenes as well, so we'll have a look at that, and we'll have to investigate. And 40k Roman says he really enjoys bows in certain games, and he really likes crossbows in other games, and he likes all the stats about the bow does more damage, so he thinks it more bow, but he says that a crossbow is a bit different, so a nice variance will be nice. So yes, we've got one for bow, one for crossbow, one for a bit of both. Right, let's go on to this week's question, which is not really one I can say in one word. Basically, I think it was a while ago, Nick Pro said was it 40k Warrior Man? Someone said that they listen to my Let's Plays while they're doing something else, and I thought that was a bad thing. Until I realised I do that as well, and I don't think it's a bad thing. I actually find it helpful because I always multitask. So that got me thinking about, can I sort of use this to sort of change my Let's Plays to make them better for that purpose? Like, the thing with videos and stuff like that, you always have to have a purpose. It's like, with like a treatment, if you're making it, it's like the thing you have to make. Let's say that I want to do this by doing this, and this is what the end goal is. So I suppose the purpose, I never really had that. I always put it for someone that watches it completely. And I think that's probably silly, because I'm pretty sure most of you probably do it while you listen to something else. So that's this week's question. Do you watch these videos while you're doing something else? Or do you just watch them focused on what's happening? I think probably the answer is going to be multitask, I think, because I would do that. And I think with these type of videos, that's what you have to do. So my question to you is that. Do you do that or that? And I suppose, as an extension, if you want a bit of extra credit, which do you prefer? Do you prefer shorter episodes or longer episodes? Because I'm not sure what I would like to do in the future, about where I'd like to take this sort of thing. But yeah, that's this week's question. Enjoy. Have fun. Okay, let's go on to this week's comment then. So this week's comment is technically from last week's videos. I'm very sorry, but this was one that was posted after I made the podcast for last week. So I apologise for the fact that it's not technically this last week's. It's the last week's video. But this was just such a good comment that I had to put it in. So this week it goes to 40k Warrior Man, who says, I didn't know you were such a football fan. You even want to point out your favourite team. Now this was posted on a pointing episode for Assassin's Creed Revelations, and it was called Arsenal Pointing, because I was doing the Arsenal district. And it took me a while to work out what he meant. I was like, oh no, I didn't say I liked football in the video, did I? Because I really don't like football. And then it struck me that Arsenal is a football team in the UK, and it's like Arsenal Pointing, and it's like, damn, hats off, I like it. Just because how long it took me to get it, and I was like, yeah, go on then. You can have it this week. Right, let's go on to this week's goals then. So last week's goals, I think, was to make one Couple Adventure video. It did not happen because of reasons. Not sure what happened. Been busy filming, that might have been it. Yeah, let's go with that excuse. Sorry. Right, but this week's goal is I want to catch up with my Couple Adventure videos by the time E3 2016 starts. I'm not sure what's going to happen because I've got a busy week this week. So I might have to just push the E3 video a bit forward and release that on E3 and then just release the rest after and stuff. But this week I want to record some, if not most of them. If I can, I've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday to do them. So that's 4 days to do them. That's not too bad. And I want to make sure I edit and release 2. The one that we need to get done, which is the one I need to upload, which is the one I have recorded already, plus the next one along on the list, and then just hopefully keep them coming until E3 starts. But that's this week's goals. So right then, so that is it. So let's finish this cup of tea, which I've not actually had any of, because it's still quite hot. And I will say, see until the next time we meet, farewell. And don't forget to say goodbye to May, because that is gone. Next week, June starts. We're nearly halfway through the year, guys. It's going crazy. But yes, that is it then. So I shall leave you now with what film? One pill makes you taller.